pointed a gun at us.
I didn't point nothing at y'all.
You pointed a gun at us.
Yeah, whatever. You take my kids because y'all drunk. Y'all want to drive drunk? Y'all want to drive drunk? Drive drunk. Drive drunk, princess.
Right, you just
drive drunk.
You just pointed a gun.
Drive drunk.
You just pointed a gun at
Drive drunk, princess. Go ahead. Want to take my kids? You and your drunk cousin? Because y'all drunk as fuck and y'all alcoholics? Take my kids then. Go ahead. Who's going to drive? Tony, he's been drinking too.
Driving.
Who's been driving? Everybody? I didn't point nothing at y'all.
You pointed a gun at us.
I didn't point nothing at y'all.
You pointed a gun at us.
Yeah, whatever.
You pointed a gun at us.
Why are you waking my daughter up?
You pointed a gun at us.
Why did you just wake my daughter up? Why did you just wake my daughter? Listen, I'm going to say this because I'm not going to let the story go to where it don't supposed to go. You in my house. You're having an argument. All right? We grown-ups. If you want to leave, leave. The kids is upstairs sleeping in my bed. You want to go upstairs and take the kids, wake them up into this grown-up argument which shouldn't have happened. Instead of letting them sleep, you want to snatch her and take her with you. Then you got a dude coming in my bedroom where my kids is asleep and they're trying to get in my bed and take my kids because all of y'all are drunk. Y'all can't drive with these kids drunk. I'm not letting that happen. This dude is coming in my room, getting in my bed to take my kid. I'm going to defend my kids, and I'm going to defend my space. And now, when they call the police, no problem. I'm sure the police going to come and understand what I'm going through. Then I go to jail. I'm in my bedroom. They're in there snatching my kids out of the bed while they're asleep, and they're waking up yelling and screaming and crying. A dude is getting my kid out of the bed, bro. I'm going for mine. For my kids, I'm going to double down on that. Y'all can't do that. But you know what? It is what it is. I love my kids. I'm not playing about my kids, and that's it. That's it. I'm in my house. Y'all in my bedroom. Taking my kids out of the bed at 4 a.m. with a man, with you, in my bedroom. I don't know what else I would have done. I showed self-control. I didn't touch Princess. I didn't touch nobody until the nigga started trying to get in the bed and snatch my kid. That's a whole nother thing, man. I'm in my house. I hate that this shit happened.
Yo, Ray, if you see this, breathe, brother. Breathe. Take a quick second. Call my phone. I know exactly how this feels and what you're going through, bro. I know it feels like the world is against you right now, man, but nah, don't even worry about it, bro. Keep your head up.
I just want to say, I've been doing a really great job at protecting my peace and staying off of social media and just going to work, taking care of my kids, minding my business. I love my kids, and I would never do anything to put them in danger, including leaving them with a man who's waving a gun around. I would never do anything to put my kids' lives in danger. I'm the best mother, and I do it alone. I take my kids to school alone. I go to parent-teacher conferences alone. I put them to bed alone while you're out here running around the world terrorizing women and abusing women. What I'm not about to do is let you deflect and not take accountability for your actions, for pulling a gun out on me and my cousin's husband because I was trying to take my kids and leave your house. I agreed to come over there and cook for Thanksgiving because I wanted you to be around your kids with me present, because the last time I left them with you, they found you naked in a bed with a woman. And when I tried to ask you about it, you told me to myself and that I don't run shit over there. So take accountability, Ray. Do better. Check yourself into rehab. because you're more than drunk. You're not about to sit here and try and make me look crazy when I am the best mother. Since the day my kids were born, I have been the best mother, and I'll take that because I am. Everything I do for my kids, including being around you when I don't want to or have to. It's crazy. I'm going to continue to pray for you and pray that you get the help that you need. Because waving a gun around and leaving guns everywhere around your house is not okay. I did nothing to you to deserve that. My cousin's husband didn't do anything to deserve that. And never again.
It was supposed to be a holiday. Kids asleep, food being prepped. One night meant to feel normal. Instead, it turned into a live stream people still can't stop talking about. Because this wasn't just an argument between two exes. It wasn't even just a bad night. It was a moment where everything collided at once. Pride, alcohol accusations, unresolved resentment, and a camera that never should have been turned on. And once it was live, there was no erasing what came next. This all unfolded around Thanksgiving, when Ray J and Princess Love crossed paths to spend the holiday with their kids. On the surface, it sounded reasonable. Co-parenting, one day of peace, a fresh start, at least for the kids. But beneath that calm idea was a history that's never truly cooled off. Tension was already in the room. Voices were raised, emotions were sharp, and instead of stepping away, Ray J did what he's been doing more and more lately. He went live. That decision changed everything, because once the stream started, the situation stopped being private. Every word mattered. Every reaction was documented, and what followed didn't look like conflict resolution. It looked like something spiraling in real time. The argument escalated quickly. Accusations flew back and forth. Claims about drinking, arguments about who had the right to take the kids and when. Ray J repeatedly emphasized one thing above all else, that this was his house and those were his children. But the mood wasn't calm. It wasn't controlled. It was volatile. Viewers watching live started to realize this wasn't entertainment anymore. This wasn't a messy rant. This was something far more serious unfolding without a pause button. Then came the moment that changed how people viewed the entire situation. During the chaos, statements were made that sounded threatening, references that crossed a line, language that made people watching uncomfortable, even alarmed. The situation involved the kids being woken up, emotions running high, and voices rising instead of de-escalating. At one point, comments about a weapon surfaced on the live stream. That's when the tone shifted completely. Because arguments happen, breakups get ugly. But once the possibility of real danger enters the picture, especially with children present, everything changes. And once that possibility was broadcast to the public, there was no walking it back. Police were eventually called. The live stream didn't protect anyone. It didn't clear the air. It didn't help Ray J's case. It did the opposite. By the end of the night, Ray J was taken into custody. Charges for criminal threats surfaced soon after. Bail was reportedly set at $50,000. And just like that, a Thanksgiving meant for family turned into a legal nightmare, one that played out in front of thousands of people. The internet reacted instantly. Some people felt sympathy, others felt fear, many felt frustration, because this wasn't the first time Ray J had turned a deeply personal crisis into public content. And it didn't take long for him to speak again. After getting out, Ray J went back online to explain himself. He insisted the situation had been misunderstood. According to him, everything he did was about protecting his kids. He claimed others involved were intoxicated. He stressed that no one had the right to wake his children or remove them under those circumstances. In his mind, he wasn't acting out. He was standing his ground. But the delivery mattered. His explanation wasn't calm or reflective. It was emotional, defensive, at times scattered. He doubled down instead of slowing down. And to many watching, it didn't sound like clarity. It sounded like justification after the damage was already done. And that's where public opinion began to fracture. Some viewers believed him. They saw a father reacting badly, but acting out of fear. Others felt his words only confirmed what they'd already seen, someone losing control in a moment that demanded restraint. And while Ray J was explaining his side, Princess Love finally spoke up too. Her version of events painted a very different picture. She said she went to his house for one reason, so the kids could spend Thanksgiving with their dad. She said she wasn't drunk. She said she brought family with her for support, not confrontation. And she made it clear she felt blamed for something that escalated far beyond her control. What stood out most wasn't anger, it was exhaustion. Her words carried the weight of someone who's been here before, someone who keeps hoping things will be different, and keeps being reminded why they aren't. She questioned why she still believed peaceful co-parenting was possible, why she kept trying, and why every attempt seemed to end the same way: chaos, accusations, and public embarrassment. By the time both sides had spoken, the damage was already sealed. Twitch made their decision swiftly. Ray J was permanently banned from the platform. Not temporarily, not suspended, permanently removed. And from Twitch's perspective, it made sense. Live streams involving threats, weapons, or uncontrolled escalation are a hard line. Platforms can't afford to wait until something goes wrong, especially when everything is documented. That ban wasn't just about one night, it was about a pattern. Because this incident didn't come out of nowhere. For years now, Ray J has used live platforms as emotional outlets. Rants, breakdowns, personal moments that should have stayed private, but were instead turned into content. Each time, the stakes got higher. Each time, the consequences grew heavier. What once felt like raw honesty started to look like self-sabotage, and fans noticed. Online reactions weren't just about this one situation. People started connecting dots, pointing out how often Ray J appears to unravel publicly, how frequently his worst moments happen on camera, how little separation there seems to be between his real life and his online persona. Some people expressed concern for his mental state, others criticized his lack of boundaries. Many asked the same question: why does he keep hitting go live when everything is already on fire? And then there's the part people don't like to talk about: the kids. Because while adults argue, explain, and defend themselves online, the children don't get a voice in any of this. They don't get to jump on a live stream and tell their side. They don't get to scroll past the chaos or mute the noise. They don't get to log off when things become overwhelming. And they definitely don't get to forget the night they were woken up by raised voices, confusion, and fear. A moment that likely stayed with them long after the cameras stopped rolling. And that's the point where this stops being celebrity drama and starts becoming something much heavier. This wasn't about clout. It wasn't about views or viral moments or building a storyline for the internet to dissect. It was about a moment where ego, resentment, unresolved emotions, and poor judgment collided all at once, with real people caught in the middle and real consequences that can't be undone. Some fans argue that both Ray J and Princess Love share responsibility, that boundaries should have been firmer from the start, that attempting to spend holidays together when emotions are still raw can do more harm than good. That co-parenting doesn't require shared spaces, shared meals, or shared moments when tension is still simmering beneath the surface. And for many, that argument makes sense. Others believe none of that excuses what was said or implied on that live stream. That regardless of frustration, history, or emotion, certain lines should never be crossed, especially when children are present and the situation is already volatile. To them, intent doesn't outweigh impact, and explanations don't erase what people heard in real time. And that's the uncomfortable truth. Multiple things can be true at once. Princess Love didn't deserve to feel unsafe in that moment. Ray J didn't deserve to unravel publicly in front of thousands of people. And the children deserved a peaceful holiday morning, not one shaped by chaos, shouting, and flashing police lights. What makes this situation linger isn't just what happened that night, it's what it represents on a much larger scale. It's a reminder of how social media turns emotional breakdowns into permanent records, how platforms quietly reward chaos with attention until they're forced to draw a line, how some people begin to confuse being heard with being live, and expression with exposure, and how quickly a private crisis can become public property once a camera is involved. It's also a reminder that silence sometimes is the only real form of control. Not every thought needs an audience. Not every moment needs to be documented, and not every battle needs to be streamed. Because once the camera is on, the internet doesn't forget. It doesn't weigh intentions. It doesn't pause to consider context. It only remembers what it saw, what it heard, and how it felt in the moment. Now Ray J is facing legal consequences, platform bans, and intense public scrutiny. Not because he spoke, but because he didn't stop. Because the night could have ended quietly. The argument could have stayed private. The kids could have slept through Thanksgiving morning without fear. But instead, it became another example of how fast things can fall apart when emotion meets an audience. And the biggest question left hanging isn't who was right or wrong. It's whether this was finally the breaking point or just another warning sign that went ignored. Because when your worst moments keep happening on camera, the problem isn't the viewers watching. It's the decision to keep pressing go live when everything is already out of control. It's the decision to go live when everything is already out of control. And that's something no platform ban can fix.